the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of the Auto Experience series. And no, we haven't lost our minds. We're in a hybrid today.
Hybrid power.
Hybrid power. If you're thinking this is going to be a Honda Insight or Toyota Prius review, you're wrong. No. Today, we're in a very special 2011 Lexus GS 450h, which is the final year of this model, which is kind of cool. The car belongs to Terry, good friend of mine.
How you doing?
The beauty of this too is it's not stock. So he's done some really good stuff to it. It looks a lot better than the stock vehicle, and it rides a lot more sportier than the stock vehicle, which I'm sure we're gonna
a little firmer.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely test those out today in the mountains. But I'll let Terry walk us through the modifications he's got going on here.
Sure. So this is a 2011 GS 450h. Basically modifications, LED switchback fog lights. Nah,
yeah, that's it.
There's a little bit more to that. Also, this car is lowered on springs. We basically have a full Tom's brace kit for the car, so this is fully braced up. All the braces you can buy pretty much are on this car. Engine-wise, nothing's done to the engine except for a 4GS intake tube. Mainly did that for the sound.
Worth it.
Other than that, just small nitty-picky things here and there. Just, you know, new wheels, 18-inch lightweight wheels from Japan, Raise Racing. Also, I have a carbon fiber trunk insert, mainly more for joke because this car's pretty heavy, but it actually does help a little bit with the weight distribution, I guess.
I think I saw that 2-pound weight reduction.
Yeah, so. It definitely helps a little bit. Sway bar. Sway bar is important. Sway bar definitely helps a lot, but mainly suspension focused for this car.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, these cars, a lot of people, when you reflect back, you don't remember that this was an attempt at a performance car to show that we could use hybrid technology to actually increase power and performance.
That's right. This was the very first rear-wheel drive hybrid performance sedan.
So for that alone, it's worth the price of entry, let's be honest.
It was definitely out of left field for Toyota to do this. Toyota's theory was the hybrid power is definitely kind of the way of the future, and we do see it with the supercars now. They're all electric hybrid powered supercars now, so basically this is where it started.
That's pretty awesome. And then on top of that, this trumped their own V8 powered GS at the time, right?
That's right. This was the quickest non-F car for the model lineup. So the only car faster than this in the Lexus model lineup was the ISF. True.
And so it's kind of funny because they kind of cannibalized their own market there, because they're like, hey, we do have a V8 performance version, but the hybrid's quicker.
It was always designed as a project. So this car was always designed as a low volume production model. Really kind of designed to test the waters of the market to see what, you know, people would feel about this hybrid performance. And unfortunately, it got forgotten a little bit.
Which is why we're reviewing it today. Hopefully bring it back into the light it deserves, because these are going at a pretty good rate on the used market.
These are, you could get so much car for the price of these right now. They're rare, first of all. The 450h have only about 5,055 units roaming around North America.
They came out in 2007?
2006 was the first introduction year for this model run, and it ended in 2011.
Wow, so that is a really low volume per year.
Oh yeah, and they made a good chunk of them at the beginning, and they became more of a special order type of a car.
It's depreciated, I think, purely because people didn't know about them.
I think people have forgotten about him, and they associate hybrid with economy, which is not what this car is. So when people got in this car and drove it around expecting super great gas mileage, they didn't exactly get that. That's probably why it fell off the market. On top of that, it also has an eCVT, so for people that like to shift gears and like the feeling of gears, the CVT is not for them maybe. I personally love it. It's you right where you need to be every single time. How's the torque?
Amazing.
Is it there?
I mean, what do we have? 340 horsepower from the factory.
Yep.
Torque was close to that, correct?
Torque's very close to that. Combined power, so it has 2 motor generator units. That's combined to a detuned 3.5 liter V6 from the GS 350.
Very cool. I'm sure we're going to see some performance numbers when we start romping on this thing to kind of back up what we've been talking about. And it's just fantastic because we're going to talk about the looks of the car and everything too, because I honestly think this was Lexus's heyday. I think this is when they were nailing design.
Yeah, this is the Elfin S era.
Oh my God! If you just looking at the car, it just, you know, it's simple yet aggressive, and it has that Lexus like high-end look to it.
Yep.
Before they adopted, I know it's so easy for everyone to jump on the new hourglass grille or whatever kind of negative connotation name you want to apply to it.
I kind of like it.
It does look good in some applications.
Yeah.
But just this looks more stately. This looks more timeless.
This will definitely test the waters of time, per se.
I think so too. All right, well, tune in, guys. Let's go ahead and hit these objective tests. Let's get this Lexus GS 450h up on the scales. Curb weight came in at just over 4,000 pounds, so this is certainly a pretty heavy vehicle. Keep in mind, no weight reduction measures were taken. The front and rear balance of the Lexus GS 450h is just plain amazing. This is true 50-50 weight distribution, folks, and we did it today in a 4-door hybrid sedan. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Those performance test numbers are fine and all, even good, but in the canyons, this heavy luxury hybrid sedan has to fall apart, right? Nope. You can't mask the 4,000 pound curb weight up here, but you can certainly make this car dance with the right mods. Terry's choice of very grippy Michelin Pilot Sport tires and his top shelf suspension / bracing upgrades pay dividends in the twisties. With these modifications, the steering becomes more direct, more hurried even. The chassis remains flat, allowing the driver to take full advantage of the excellent acceleration and braking performance numbers we saw earlier. Sure, it's no lightweight, stripped out canyon carving weapon, but this modified Lexus GS 450h provides a very confidence-inspiring, spirited ride through the twisties. And is the ultimate sleeper that could easily catch many sports cars by surprise. Lexus interiors of this period were just plain solid. Not fussy, not flashy, not pretentious, and definitely not cheap looking. They were built with quality materials selected mainly to survive the test of time. Everything is also laid out logically. The touch points also well executed. The seats provide great support. Though not heavily bolstered, they do hold you in place and provide road trip distance level comfort. The interior has some nice, high quality detail. The wheel is beautifully executed and the gauges are finished in an excellent metallic sheen. Nothing over the top here, just classy. The only gripe is a fairly restrictive trunk space. You can go ahead and blame the batteries for that. The exterior of the 2011 Lexus GS 450h is luxurious and stately. It's unoffending, but does offer up some unique features, like its GS-specific taillights and GS-specific headlights, both unique designs. Sporty attributes also reveal themselves to the discerning eye, such as large brake calipers, a deck-mounted lip spoiler, and a deep front air dam. Timeless gets thrown out there in great frequency, but the GS 450h truly deserves this accolade. Just look at its clean design. The power plant of the GS 450h is splendid. The Toyota 3.5-liter V6 with his two little electric motor buddies work together to effortlessly propel the vehicle briskly down the road with 340 horsepower on tap. Torque is rather immediate and never lets up until you do. With the intake and exhaust present on this example, the car actually sounds pretty exceptional for a hybrid. The eCVT transmission is interesting, but consistent in putting the power down. Were you guys even following along? This hybrid sedan put down better acceleration numbers than my NSX. We're comparing a 4,000-pound hybrid sedan made by Lexus to a certified sports car. This is madness. The GS 450h wasn't just a one-trick pony either. Its braking performance was the best I've ever recorded, and handling was great in the twisties. Lexus even threw in a bunch of hybrid badges to make the Lexus GS 450h an even greater sleeper. Let's take into account all the amazing results from our performance tests and combine those with a sleek, attractive, and timeless body design. And high quality material, well-appointed interior. And you have yourself a true performance hybrid. And not only that, one of the first to ever be openly sold to the public.